In Creo Parametric 8.0, you can now import assemblies coming from other CAD applications that are defined as inseparable assemblies. An inseparable assembly is an assembly file containing various parts or subassemblies internally to that assembly versus separated into their own parts or subassembly files. This is useful in a top-down design process. A new import option has been added in each of the standard format import profiles to allow you to import inseparable assemblies. This option is on by default, but can be disabled if you prefer to import and separate the assembly into their own components. In this example, we have a Creo assembly, which includes an imported SOLIDWORKS assembly that contains virtual components. You can tell that the SOLIDWORKS assembly is inseparable by expanding the assembly in the model tree and noticing the component glyph which reflects it is inseparable. We can evaluate the assembly BOM by selecting the Bill of Materials icon in the ribbon. Selecting the subassembly option and choosing the SOLIDWORKS assembly, you'll notice there are no separate components listed. Doing it again, but this time including the option for embedded components, you'll now see all the embedded parts. For Creo assemblies defined as inseparable, you can easily make them separate by extracting components into their own subassemblies or part files. However, for imported files that are defined as inseparable, their definition is owned by the ATB update. The ATB update will allow the assembly to be updated if the original source model is modified. You can break this dependency and allow the imported assembly to be extracted, but you will lose all update capabilities. Selecting the SOLIDWORKS assembly and choosing Make Independent under the ATB menu, you'll break this link. You can now easily extract the components through the Inseparable Assembly menu. When saving the assembly, you will now notice all the new parts created for each of the extracted components. You'll also notice that the component glyph is updated to reflect this change. Retrieving the original assembly again, you can update the imported assembly through the ATB Update option. Selecting ATB Update from the ATB menu, you'll notice that the SOLIDWORKS assembly has been automatically updated based on the changes to the original assembly file. This enhancement provides an improved support for inseparable structures defined in other CAD formats and preserves them when importing into Creo. This will allow you to maintain your design intent and control over imported assemblies.